Story: The Silence Before Willow Creek. In Willow Creek, everyone knew Sarah Elwood. She was 17, quiet but kind, the girl who volunteered at the library and walked her younger cousins home from school. In a town where families had lived for generations, Sarah felt like part of the landscape, familiar, harmless, impossible to imagine as gone. So when she didn't come home one Friday night, the town panicked. Her phone was found near the old mill. Her shoes were left behind. Investigators immediately suspected a random act of violence. Someone passing through, someone dangerous who didn't belong. Roadblocks went up. Neighbors searched fields with flashlights. Churches filled with prayers. But as hours turned into days, something about the case felt wrong. Sarah hadn't been afraid lately, she'd been changing. Friends told investigators she'd grown distant. She stopped sleeping. She said she heard whispers when she was alone. Her journal, discovered in her bedroom, spoke of shadows watching her, of something pressing down on her thoughts. She wrote about fighting something inside herself, something angry, ancient, and patient. At first, authorities dismissed it as stress. Anxiety. A troubled teenager. Then the town was shaken again. People began to talk about strange encounters. Sarah seen wandering at night, speaking in a voice that wasn't hers. Places she'd been were left damaged, marked by chaos no one could fully explain. Several lives were lost across the scene, though no one could say exactly how or why. Fear replaced grief. Investigators stopped looking for a victim and started looking for answers. A pastor came forward. So did a counselor. Both admitted Sarah had asked for help, saying she felt occupied, like something else was steering her actions. She said it fed on anger, on silence, on people pretending not to notice. The final truth was the hardest to accept. Sarah hadn't disappeared because someone took her. She disappeared because something had taken hold of her, something she tried to resist alone. When authorities finally found her, she was barely recognizable, not because of what she had done, but because of how empty she seemed. Whatever had oppressed her had already torn through the town, leaving grief in its wake and questions no one could fully answer. At the memorial, her mother said only one thing. She asked for help. We didn't understand. Willow Creek would never be the same. Not because of evil itself, but because it went unnoticed for too long, moving quietly, patiently, across the scene. No graphic violence is described. Focus is on psychological horror, possession, and investigation. Emphasis on tragedy, warning signs, and community responsibility. I can do that darker, symbolic, and documentary style, while keeping everything non-graphic and responsible. Below is a paranormal documentary video script, written for narration with atmosphere, implication, and emotional weight rather than explicit violence. Willow Creek is the kind of town people describe as safe. Quiet streets. Familiar faces. A place where nothing truly bad is supposed to happen. Until it did. This is the story of a girl who vanished. And what followed when the town realized she was no longer just missing. 17-year-old Sarah Elwood disappeared on a Friday night. Her family expected her home by 10. She never arrived. Her phone was found near the abandoned mill. Her shoes were placed neatly by the riverbank. Investigators believed it was a random act of violence. A stranger. Someone passing through. But Willow Creek would soon learn. There was nothing random about what was coming. As investigators searched outward, friends and teachers began looking backward. Sarah had changed. She stopped sleeping. She stopped eating with her family. She wrote about pressure, not fear but weight. Her journal contained repeated symbols. Circles. Eyes. Words crossed out until the paper tore. One sentence appeared again and again. On screen. It doesn't want to be seen. Sarah sought help, quietly. A pastor. A counselor. A teacher. Each thought she was describing stress. Depression. A crisis of faith. No one recognized it as what it might have been. a sustained and escalating demonic oppression. Not possession in the dramatic sense, but erosion, pressure, control gained inch by inch. Then the town changed. Reports came in, incidents tied only by proximity, not logic. Places Sarah had been. Moments following sightings of her silhouette at night. Lives were lost across the scene, not in spectacle, not in chaos, but in ways that left more questions than answers. Investigators no longer searched for a victim. They searched for containment. Experts later suggested the oppression fed on isolation, on secrets, on silence, on being unseen. Sarah didn't disappear when she left home. She disappeared when no one listened closely enough. Willow Creek still debates what truly happened. Some say it was psychological. Some say spiritual. Some refuse to speak of it at all. But one truth remains. Whatever followed Sarah Elwood did not begin with violence. It began with neglect. And long after the investigation closed, the darkness it revealed lingered, patient, unseen, across the scene. Text on screen. Some evil doesn't arrive suddenly. It waits until no one is paying attention.